Hi everyone! Today we're going to do a review on one of the newest Marc Jacobs releases, the TURNLOCK CROSSBODY bag. So I'm Jo, otherwise known as the Little Bean on Instagram, TikTok, and now here on YouTube. I started this channel in order to provide more in-depth reviews on my bags, as well as to share more of my bag collection. As always, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. As with all my reviews, I'll cover the following areas, ending with my overall thoughts and whether or not I would recommend this bag. So let's first discuss the features of this bag. This piece is made in a smooth Italian leather, which is different from the pebbled leather that the normal tote bags are made from. It features a turn lock closure and also has gold feet at the bottom. Comes with top handles and then two D-rings here and here, which then allows for the chain to connect for a crossbody bag. The interior is a very bright yellow, and the website states that this is a Napa leather interior. Finally, it has a zip pocket here. And something I did notice on this one is that it does have like a little tag on the inside with some sort of information on there. So I'm curious if this is their new way of checking authenticity of their bags. Other details that I found really nice was the little Marc Jacobs that you can see right there. And then same here on the zipper. I thought those were really nice touches. So the current price of this bag retails for $395 US on the Marc Jacobs website. It is also available at most major department stores. And I will note that often I have observed that this bag is included in many of those department store sale events. So for example, I purchased mine from Saks during their gift card event so that I could get a gift card with my purchase. For those of you who are interested in this bag, I'll be sure to share a link in my description below. So for measurements, at its widest portion, it is nearly 8.5 inches. It is 6 inches tall and about 4 inches wide. So for size comparisons, I figured I would do the most obvious size comparison, which is against the Marc Jacobs tote bag in the mini size. So I would say that these two are pretty comparable. Now, if you notice on this one, they have the little sides kind of sticking out. But if I were to squeeze them back in, you'll see that they're pretty much the same size. From the side, however, you'll see some slight differences. The TURNLOCK bag is a little wider and a little shorter at the top. It's also important to note that this tote bag is very squishy, while as this one has a lot more structure to it. You can't really squeeze it in that way. Something else worth noting is that the top handles on the TURNLOCK bag are actually taller than the handles on the mini tote. And I have found this actually does make a big difference. I found that the TURNLOCK bag does fit much better in the crook of my arm than my mini tote. Okay, in terms of what fits, we'll start with my mini pochette, which is serving as my mini catch-all. My iPhone 11 Pro. My mini organizer for my card holder. A little mini agenda. My key pouch. Hand sanitizer, lipstick, lip gloss, gum, and then in the pocket I have my little pocket mirror as well as a comb. So for those of you wondering if this bag will fit the iPhone Plus or the Pro Max, I'm happy to share that it fits with no issue. So in terms of pros, I absolutely love the look of this bag. I just love this beautiful, smooth Italian leather and the new details that they added to include the feet and this really pretty turn lock feature. I just think that they really amped up the look of this bag while still staying true to its original roots. I also like that the tote bag lettering is a little more muted versus the normal Marc Jacobs totes has this actually in a lighter color, so it stands out more. But this way, the design is still there, but again, it kind of matches with this more refined look of this bag to give a dressier look while still being Marc Jacobs. Also, I love that it does come with a crossbody chain and that the crossbody chain is removable. So that way you do have some versatility. I think it's a great top handle bag in itself, but you could also change up the strap to something else if you want to add a different look. As I mentioned, I also like the fact that the top handle is a little longer or larger than the original mini tote. I do find that this slides into the crook of my arm very easily, and again, helps me carry it even without the crossbody strap. And again, the size really is great. It fits a lot without being too large against my petite frame. And then finally, I love how the interior is pretty open and that there is this really nice, rather large interior pocket. In the original mini tote bag, there aren't any interior pockets or anything to organize, so I do like that this one comes with that zip pocket. In terms of cons of the bag, I think the first, for me, most obvious is the fact that there isn't a top zipper. Now, for some people, they like more open totes for ease of access. For me, I like to have a zipper or some sort of full-on flap cover on my bags just for overall protection. So in this case, I know it may be a deal breaker for some people. Also, something that I noticed is that they put the D-rings in this diagonal setup here, which I don't understand. I really wish they had just put the D-rings here on both sides, similar to how it's set up in the mini tote bag. I'm just personally not a fan of the diagonal setup. I have similar gripes about my Alma BB, and when I had the Celine Small Boston, it was the same thing. I just feel like the bag isn't as stable when you wear it crossbody, and especially in this case where there's no reason why they couldn't have put these two D-rings right here on the interior of the bag. It just kind of irks me. In terms of the crossbody chain, this is a beautiful chain. It's very, it feels substantive. It's almost a little heavy, but it just feels really well made. I don't like these T-bars. I know in some bags it is necessary. So for example, they have a little mini vanity version, and to have the T-bars in that one makes sense. In this bag though, it's not necessary. They totally could have done the lobster clasp or some sort of normal clasp. This is just a real big pain in the butt to take in and out of the D-ring here. It's just, I'm not even going to show it because it takes too long. So for me, I'm not really a fan of that. And also, I would have appreciated if this chain were just like an inch or two shorter for me. Again, I'm petite, I'm about 5'2", and I just feel like it sits a little lower on my body when I wear it crossbody than I would prefer. But it's not a deal breaker. It's still definitely wearable. I actually have this strap from my Atelier Auguste Mini Marley bag, and I will likely also use this strap since I can adjust it and wear it a little bit higher, and it does seem to match the bag very well. So again, it's just an added benefit that the strap is removable. At least you can change up the straps if you want to. Finally, I think the interior will be rather a divisive thing. I don't know if everyone will love this pop of color on the interior. I think it's kind of fun. I know Marc Jacobs has a lot of fun designs and adds that little pop here and there. For me, I don't mind it. I do kind of wish they had chosen a different bright color. because I think this yellow just clashes with the gold to a certain extent. Ideally, I would have liked a more neutral interior, but I'm not against it. I do think it's fun and it does help see everything in the bag very well. The only thing I am also worried about is just that the interior is this beautiful Napa interior. And so I'm curious if, you know, it's going to get damaged by all the items that I'll have in there rubbing about. So I'm wondering if I will need or if I should get some sort of insert just to protect the interior. And if that's the case, I do kind of think that is a con because that's just another thing that I have to invest in. So my overall thoughts on this bag. I do feel like this is an absolutely beautiful piece. Looking at this beautiful Italian leather to the really nice details of the brass and the structure of the bag, I do feel like this is a well-made piece that is worth the price. And even though it is similar in the sense that it is one of the tote bags from their collection, the overall look and feel is quite different. So adding this to your collection won't feel duplicative. I do think that the fact that there isn't a zipper will be seen to some as a con about this bag, as well as this extremely bright interior. You're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. But overall, I do think that I would recommend this bag. I'm really excited to have it in my collection. I think it's going to go very well with my overall look and the outfits that I tend to wear. And I love having a dressier Marc Jacobs bag now in my collection. So that wraps up my review. I'd love to know your thoughts on this newest addition to the Marc Jacobs line. Do you like this new style? What do you think about the lack of zipper in the interior? Are you planning on purchasing this bag, or do you feel like it is a little too close to the ones that have already been released? Definitely share your thoughts in the comments below. Again, I love to read your comments and engage with you there. As always, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. I'd love to have you as a part of this community. If you want to watch more, I'll have 2 other videos here and here. Otherwise, bye for now.